Hi, I've had a couple of students ask me about this particular question. GST is 10%. What was the pre-GST price of a pair of shoes that's advertised for $49.50? This is a bit like the example on page 120 of your textbook. It's a difficult question and it is a tricky concept to understand. Now we can think of GST as a 10% markup. So that's what the example on page 120 of the Pearson text is referring to. So basically what we have is we have our pre-GST price and we add on the GST and that gives us our GST included price. So if we think of our pre-GST price as our original 100% and then we add on to that 10%, that means our GST included price is 110% of our original price. So what this means is that the $49.50 is 110% of the pre-GST price. Another way of thinking about this is 100% of our unknown price is $49.50. So to work that out, we know that to find 110% of something, we can multiply it by 1.1 because 110% is the same as 1.1. So 1.1 times our unknown number is going to give us $49.50. So if I said 1.1 times a certain number gives you $49.50, what would you do? Now think about what you were doing at primary school when you had a problem like this. Remember the working backwards strategy. Working backwards, we now know as inverse operation. So inverse means the opposite. So if you said something times a certain number, it gives you an answer. To find what that certain number would be, you're then going to do the opposite of multiplying. You're going to divide. So as we said before, 1.1 times a certain number gives us $49.50. So to find that certain number, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to go $49.50 divided by 1.1 is going to give us that number. So $49.50 divided by 1.1 gives us an answer of 45. So how could you check this? Well, we could always substitute back into our original problem and find out if $45 plus our GST is going to give us our $49.50. So what I'm thinking about is my $45 plus 10% of my $45, which is my GST, needs to give me a total of $49.50. So therefore I have my $45, 10% of my $45, remember 10% is the same as 1/10, so I can divide that by 10, gives me 4.5 or $4.50. So if I add those two together, 45 plus $4.50 gives me $49.50, which is fantastic. It works. Yay, I've checked my solution and I'm happy. Thank you.